Morning again, everybody. Beautiful weather out here in the bush today. As the winter starts slowly kicking in, your jackets are starting to come out, almost glove weather. Myself and Neil out and about again this morning. No real plans as of yet, so we're just going to head out and see what the day has in store for us. Thanks, Ali and Kev, for finding us Misava this morning. Lovely young male leopard, three and a half years old as well. Very similar age to Tamba and the tortoise pan male that's been hanging around for a while. And although he's around about the same age as old Tamba and the tortoise pan, he's significantly smaller for some reason, probably just genetics. He is the son of Nyeleti, and his mother, some of you may remember, is the old Savanna female. Just found some dung, and I'm sure we've seen in a couple of other episodes, or certainly spoken about it at least, is how these cats come across this dung and they sniff it, they roll in it. Definitely elephant dung. They lick it. For whatever reason they do it. So maybe it's lacking in some kind of mineral, or just trying to mask their own scent, or whatever it is. But they get absolutely infatuated with it. Well, that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, Misava gave us the slip, went into some thick bush, and it took us quite a while to get around him. That's why we kind of bumped into these giraffe and were hanging out with them, just because Misava was coming in this direction, and we're hoping they were going to also help us with trying to locate him again. But we'll do another couple of loops in the area just in case, and then we'll carry on and find something else. There's a cool little half demonstration there of what they call necking. This is when male giraffes fight. They swing their necks just like that. In this instance, it's just a sparring game. Two young animals just practicing, really. This is how they learn. This is how they grow. This is how they develop their skills. So when they are older and they are fighting for dominance over a female, all of this practice will have prepared them for that. It's also why the top of a male's horns or ossicles are bald. It's because of all this play fighting when they're young. And that friction rubs the hair off on the top there. Now, when big male giraffes are actually in the act of fighting properly, it is extremely aggressive. One of the most bloody fights I've I've witnessed out in the bush has been between two male giraffes. The beautiful Lilac-breasted Roller up there on the tree. He was just having a little territorial or a turf war with a couple of squirrels over a hole in the tree there. So just outside of camp, on our railway line here, we've got a small group of elephant bulls just hanging out, feeding together. It's quite funny. So it's old Karula. This is Karula's little stomping ground. As he's gone off, he's in must now. He's disappeared, and there seems to be a new big boy in town, and he's moved down to the south here. A couple of the young males following him, just trying to learn from him really. It's quite interesting how over the last few weeks we've noticed the elephants' feeding behavior changing slightly as we're starting getting closer and closer to winter. A lot of the nutrients in the grass is being pulled back down into the roots, but you still get these areas, these thick areas where the animals don't typically hang around, and these boys are now taking advantage of the fact that nothing's really come into this area, and they're feeding on the last bits of grass. There's a bit of nutrients available. There's a lovely example of a what we call a strangler fig or a low-felt fig here on this old knobthorn acacia. What's likely to have happened here is a bird has come and sat up in this tree for whatever reason, and it's defecated, and a seed has been planted into the host tree, this knobthorn, and that seed has germinated over time, and now the fig is able to grow and live off this knobthorn, off the host tree. Strangler figs are known for strangling or being detrimental to their host tree if it's a living tree anyways. In this case, this little fig hasn't been the cause of this knobthorn's demise, but he's certainly or hopefully going to flourish from here. To touch a little bit on what Neil was speaking about the other day with the elephants, and all the damage that they cause, but also the benefits of that damage sometimes is what we have here, where this woodpecker has made a nest in this old tree, and this is the same tree that little fig is growing on. And not only woodpeckers take advantage of these holes, or are the creators of these holes all the time. A lot of other bird species, starlings, rollers, kingfishers, squirrels, snakes, lizards, they all use these holes as a nesting site or a roosting site. Parrots. So another great example of life after a dead tree is these bracket fungi. Now these bracket fungi they feed on wood, either dead or living wood, and those bracket-like structures are their fruiting bodies. Some of those shelf-like structures get so big, up to 1 meter wide, and in those cases those fungi can release up to 30 million spores a day for a period of 6 months. So that can be up to 3 trillion spores annually. So thankfully Kev was out as well this afternoon, and he's managed to find Kokovela for us. She's not too far from where we left Masava this morning actually. So as we've mentioned over the past few episodes, that young Shibinzi male is her son, recently left her. He's still hanging around a lot. We saw him yesterday with Ali. She as well has been trying to court with Ravenscourt, which is an interesting one because she typically is from Nyeleti's area or territory. She's looking in absolutely beautiful condition. More so on a bit of a territorial march this afternoon, but as with all predators, any opportunity she'll get to hunt, she will take it. There's that tail again, like we've said before. If something notices her and starts alarming, that little tail comes up as a kind of white flag, so that grey go-away bird in the background there is what caught her attention. Now a squirrel's just started calling, so she's definitely going to change direction now. The tail's gone straight up. So what happened there was she was busy grooming and a male impala just trotted past her. She went in for it, but unfortunately just missed it. That's what all that chaos was about. Here comes a spotted hyena out behind her. So as Neil was talking the other day about how we identify them and with using those spots, Kokovela, as you can see there, has got 3 spots on one side and 3 on the other. Alright folks, well that was a lovely hour or so spent with Corcovella there. Beautiful female. I think we're going to leave her now. She's heading off towards the river, and let's see what we can get on the way home. Well, thanks for tuning in everybody. It's been another great day out here at Savanna. A couple of familiar faces and a few new things learnt out there today. We'll catch you next time.